Found footage horror. It's one of those genres you either love or hate, but when it's done right, there's nothing quite like it. That raw, unfiltered energy. The feeling that what you're watching might actually be real, or maybe because it's so accessible to low to no budget filmmakers, that's what makes it so special for me. So today, I'm counting down my top 5 favorite found footage horror movies. The ones that really stuck with me, creeped me out, or brought something fresh to the table. Number 5, Hellhouse LLC. A documentary crew investigates the tragic opening night of a Halloween haunted house attraction where something went horribly wrong. As they dig into the found footage from the event, things start to unravel, and fast. This film has something unique to offer, especially within the ghost subgenre. There's a physicality to the ghost here that feels different from most paranormal films. It's not everyone's cup of tea, but for me, it felt like a breath of fresh air. In an otherwise tired space, some scenes genuinely creeped me out in ways horror hasn't done for me in a long time. Number 4. As Above, So Below. A group of explorers venture deep into the catacombs beneath Paris in search of the legendary philosopher's stone. But what they find is something far more disturbing, both physically and psychologically. This one's a little piece of cinematic history. It was actually filmed in the real Paris catacombs, including parts that were restricted to the public. No other movie had done that before. The story dives into past trauma and guilt in a way that felt ahead of its time, especially before that became a horror trend. When it came down to it, the ending is like the make or break for the way this movie was going, and I think that the ending 100% made the movie worth it. I was surprised by how much I actually dug it. Number 3, Creep. A videographer answers a Craigslist ad for a one-day job in a remote mountain town, filming a man's life story. But as the day goes on, things get increasingly, creepy. There's no better title for this movie. It's just Creep. The main character is unsettling in the most socially awkward, stomach-turning ways. It pulls you in, makes you uncomfortable, and before you know it, you've fully suspended disbelief. I genuinely didn't know what was going to happen with the creep's final decision, and when it did, I felt it in my core. Number 2, The Blair Witch Project. 3 student filmmakers head into the woods to make a documentary about the legendary Blair Witch, and are never seen again. The footage they left behind tells a terrifying story. I know, not number 1, but listen, it's obviously a genre giant. The Blair Witch Project completely redefined what found footage could be, especially with its genius marketing campaign. People really thought it was real, and I actually disagree with the criticism about the acting. I think all 3 leads nailed it. This film took the classic film rule of show, don't tell, and subverted it to new heights with its hear, don't show approach. Absolutely crushing it when it came to the idea of letting the audience fill in the blank. Honestly, it's as educational in filmmaking as it is terrifying. And number 1, Butterfly Kisses. A filmmaker stumbles upon a box of videotapes showing another filmmaker who was investigating an urban legend known as Peeping Tom, a sinister figure who can only be summoned by staring down a specific train tunnel without blinking. As the new filmmaker digs deeper, reality starts to unravel. If you're deep into found footage, you've probably heard of this. If not, you're in for something special. Butterfly Kisses brings a new approach with its documentary within a documentary style, and it plays with the idea that people don't believe in found footage anymore because of things like Blair Witch. That meta element just works for me. The villain isn't necessarily scarier than Blair Witch, but there's something so compelling about the way he operates. The tension builds in such an eerie, effective way. It brings a heavy heart that the director of this film passed away only a few years ago, but I'm glad he left this piece of art to get a look into his creative mind. I'm sure Butterfly Kisses being number one might be a little controversial for some people, but maybe it's just the circumstance of how I watched that film the first time, which I'll get into in another video. That one just holds a special place in my heart. So that's my list. 5 found footage horror films that I think really stand out in the genre. Whether it's the raw realism, the creativity, or the way they mess with your head, each one of these brought something unique to the table. Let me know in the comments what your favorites are. Did I miss any gems? Make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell if you want more horror content like this. Thank you for watching.